And welcome back to another excellent episode of AnKorage Extras. We have the Windows computer. Ugh. What am I doing with it? Well, if I take this off, which it was already off, I just had that leaning up just for the look of it. We have inside the, here's the inside, the motherboard right here. Here's the CPU fan. There's a fan that I put on. Here's the graphics card. Over here, that you can see straight through, is the spot for the hard drive, which is a solid state drive. And what I'm doing is the ultimate in backing up. I am cloning the drive. I removed it, and I have placed it into this hard drive enclosure, and I've got it plugged in. And I've got another hard drive here, and that's plugged in, and that's plugged into the Linux Mint machine. And what I'm doing with that is I am actually taking a picture of that drive and I'm putting it onto that drive. You know, you could call it an image, but this is actually a clone where all of the information, the entire contents of the drive, goes from there down into there. Now I'm using Linux Mint because it has a very easy to use interface to actually do that. And but I'm using the command line. I went online and I searched for a command, and it is the DD command. That's in this box here. I'm using from the in Linux Mint it's called terminal. In many Linux distributions it's called a terminal. This one here is a screen timer. It's a power control of sorts for the screen. In particular, I've got it set for a 15-minute shut-off so that it's not using up power to power the screen. It's just on right now for the sake of the video. And yeah, this is command line, but I went online and I searched for the command to clone a drive, and it's the DD command. So this one here, it goes by DD, and then you go input file, specifically IF, equals the path of the drive, and then it goes output file, or OF, equals, and then the path of that drive, and then you give some other information. And what has it got on here? It says BS equals 4M something. I'm assuming that's something 4 megabyte chunks or something. And then also to display the status, and then 2 ampersand signs, and then it says sync at the end, and it's giving the information right down on that bottom line there. So it's gotten 233 gigs read, and it's written 217, and it says it's copied, and it shows how long it's been running for, which is over 14,500 seconds. I could probably specify minutes and seconds, but I didn't bother with that. And it shows a rate of 16 megabytes per second. So that thing is writing 16 megabytes per second onto that. So you can see the activity with the lights up there. And you know, these are just ordinary hard drive enclosures. I put on my my groovy contact paper, like I did with the keyboard and with the computer. You know, it's like, you know, it makes it look very mid-century modern, and removes any branding. It covers it all up. So I'm gonna let that run, and when we come back, it'll all be done, and I'll be putting the drive, the new one, into the unit, and we'll try to boot it up, which is going to be on that screen right there. There's the keyboard for it. So we'll be back. And there, I've got that drive attached. Here's the original one that we were just had booted up. That's the original, and that's going to get put away somewhere, I don't know. But we can see that we've got, if it'll focus, come on you, 930 gigs. So here's the partition manager, or disk management in the system. It was originally out about here. So what I did was I selected this and I adjusted it to take up all the remaining space to use up as much of that drive as possible, which I did, and we now have a fully functional, fully usable drive. And essentially we have a cloned drive. This drive was cloned and it is now running on that one. So we essentially have two computers here, but this is the ultimate in backing up. You don't just back up and put it on a drive. You take an image of a drive by copying everything on it and cloning it to another drive, and then this one can serve as your backup. You just take it off to the side, put it away, and you're done. So that is that, and of course I've returned that back to where it needed to be, and you can see from the window over there that we've got it's a new day. The cloning finished up last night after it got dark. So now I have to put this mess back together. So, but that's not for the camera. So, thank you very much.